Hey everyone, welcome back to the making of MiserableMac 3. This is part 35, and today we're going to be spending some time working on the reaction shot for Mac after he's first been exposed to the robotic monstrosity that we worked on in the previous episode. Now, what I ended up doing while I was working on this shot is I actually had Mac's face flipped horizontally, and this was by mistake. So, while his eyes were looking off in one direction, once I realized my mistake and I flipped it back to the other way, they were facing in the opposite direction, and the shot still worked fine. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it works totally fine, and it's not worth going back and fixing it. What I did end up going back and fixing was actually footage that you're not gonna ever see, but essentially I tried to make this a much more dynamic shot. His reaction to seeing the robot, where he'd fling back away from the camera and he'd have a lot more motion to him. But the problem that I ran into while I was working on that was that Flash does a weird thing with scaling. So I was running into issues where all of my line weights were different, even though they were the same actual number. Like, say I was using a 7.0 line weight. Inside a symbol, it would look a certain way, and then outside the symbol, it would be way smaller or way larger. And it got really confusing really quick. So I decided to, for the time being, to abandon doing anything super complicated. It's definitely something I feel I have the capability of doing. It's just, with this particular file and with this particular shot, it was getting too complicated and maybe not necessary. To go along with that, a little down the line, I end up actually splitting this particular scene, scene 3, into 2 separate Flash files, mainly because my library was getting way too complicated, and I was having duplicates of the same body part hidden in different folders, and all sorts of really confusing things that I should have taken care of right at the beginning, but didn't, and so things got a little bit out of hand. So learning from my mistakes from there is to just manage my library from the get-go and hopefully not run into any of these complications, which then should also allow me to do those kind of more complicated scenes a little bit easier. And with that will conclude our commentary for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.